Good morning friends, I am Dr. Anupam Prakash Kaur from KNBC Arts, Commerce and Vinayaka Patil Science College, Kundavai. Today we will discuss on the topic of the parts of speech, that is pronouns. In the first part we have discussed about the nouns. Now we will discuss the pronouns. First we will see what are pronouns. We can say a pronoun is used in place of a noun or even a pronoun. So you can say that pronoun and noun both are quite similar to each other. When we discuss about pronouns, we must know personal pronouns. These personal pronouns, it refers to the person speaking to first person. It also refers to the person speaking to second person, and it also refers to the person being spoken about third person. So you can say there are first person pronouns, second person pronouns and third person pronouns, where we have to consider the singular forms of first person pronouns in the same way plural forms of first person pronouns. First we will see first person pronouns. First person pronouns, the singular forms are I, me, my, mine, and the plural forms are we, us, our, ours. In the second person pronoun, we have the singular forms like you, yours, and the plural forms you, your, yours. The same, it remains same. The third person pronouns are he, him, his, she, and her. These are the singular forms, and the plural forms are they, them, their, theirs. Now, when we discuss about these personal pronouns, we should recognize all these personal pronouns such as first person, second person and third person with the help of these pronouns. Now, you can take an example of I love daisies, where I is a first person pronoun. Another example, they are beautiful flowers. So this is another personal pronouns. Do you like daisies? The second person pronoun. Now here we have discussed the first person, second person and third person pronouns up till now. Now we will see reflexive and intensive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns, these are the pronouns which refers to the subject and these are necessary to the meaning of the sentence. And at the other side, intensive pronouns are the pronouns which emphasizes a noun or another pronoun in the sentence and it is not necessary to the missing of the sentence, or we can say the content of the word, or we can say the sentence. Now we will see the examples of reflexive and intensive pronouns. For example, the first person reflexive and intensive pronouns are myself, ourselves. Second person, yourself, yourselves. And third person, himself, herself, itself, themselves. For example, Mrs. Jones enjoyed herself at the game. And the second example is I myself enjoyed the game. Now here you can identify the difference between reflexive and intensive pronouns. So you can compare between these two. Now look at some other examples. Here, Mrs. Jones enjoyed herself at the game. Here, if we take out herself, the sentence is not clear. We can say here that the reflexive pronouns, these refers to the subject and it is necessary to the meaning of the sentence. So we can say that reflexive pronouns are giving the meaning to the sentence. Now let us take another example of intensive pronoun. I myself enjoyed the game. If you take out myself from the sentence, it is not clear, or it is still clear. It means what? It means that intensive pronoun doesn't affect the meaning of the sentence. This emphasizes on a noun or another pronoun in the sentence. So how we can compare in between the intensive and reflexive pronouns. We have discussed up till now. Now we will see another type of pronouns, that is demonstrative pronouns. Now these demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, those. These are always the pronouns which points out a person, a place or a thing. For example, this is awesome. It will give you an idea. Some demonstrative pronouns can also be other things too. For example, those shoes are going shoes. Now look for a noun after a demonstrative pronoun. If there is one, you have a demonstrative adjective. Now you can say here that this, that, these, those. These demonstrative pronouns, it may function as a adjective sometimes in the sentences. So we will see some examples. For example, did you lose that? That dress is beautiful. These shoes are too small. That is mine. Did you get me this? Now, from these examples, you can easily identify that which is adjective or which is demonstrative adjective or demonstrative pronoun. Now, how we can distinguish in between these? If we look towards the first sentence, you will say that you lose that. It means that it is a demonstrative pronoun. And in the second example, that dress is beautiful, where that is demonstrative adjective. It is not working as or functioning as a pronoun there. It is before a noun, so it is an adjective. So we can point out the difference between a demonstrative adjective and a pronoun. Now, there are some interrogative pronouns. Now, these interrogative pronouns, it generally begins with a question. For example, whose dog is this? You can raise the questions with who, which, what, whose. We can take any example of such type of questions. Now, indefinite pronouns. Now, which are those? These are the most common indefinite pronouns. For example, all, many, any, most, no one, few, other, several, some, somebody, more, much, none, everything, anyone, both, either, each. All of these are indefinite pronouns. Now we see relative pronouns. Now, how we can differentiate between these relative pronouns? Relative pronouns begin with the subordinate clause. Now you are familiar with the clause. Now here, the subordinate clause, it begins with the conjunction. It may be that, who, which, whom, or whose. Now you can say it is a complex sentence where there is a sentence with a subordinate clause. For example, the paper that you left at home was due today. Here in this sentence, the clause, a subordinate clause, it consists of the conjunction that. And here that is a relative pronoun. So we can say that relative pronouns that can be identified within the complex sentence. Now you can take another example. The bug who is missing a leg is flopping around the floor. The missing book that I know nothing about is now in the hall. The person whose name will not be revealed donated over $1 million to the hospital. All these are the examples of relative pronouns where we have relative pronouns such as who, that, or whose. Now, we can say that in this, today we have discussed the definition of a pronoun, how we can differentiate between the different types of pronouns like reflexive pronoun, demonstrative pronouns, indefinite pronouns, personal pronouns. All these types we have discussed and we have seen how they can be differentiated from each other with the help of examples. And we have also seen some particular use of pronouns. So I think this topic is clear for you. Thank you very much for giving attention. Thank you.